the morale is high up. They're amazing. They're just training, and they were busy training this whole time in different areas, and they're preparing for whatever's needed. These soldiers are amazing. They're combining together. They're having a big morale. They're ready to do whatever's needed to do.
And welcome to Torah Talks Chazaq's Tuesday night program with a special guest. We have with us all the way from Eretz HaKodesh in Israel, Rabbi Simcha Tannenbaum from the army. How are you?
Hey, how are you? Very good.
You should hear only B'sarot Tovot, only good news. We're going to be talking about the war in Israel. And Rabbi Simcha, before we talk about it, if you give us and our listeners a little bit of background about yourself.
Yes, so I'm Simcha Tannenbaum. I'm originally from Efrat in Israel, and my parents are from LA, Los Angeles, and my mother's from Vancouver, and they made Aliyah about 30 years ago. I was born and raised in Israel. I was born in Jerusalem, and thank God I went to yeshiva in Teret Kohanim in the Old City. And after 5 years in the yeshiva in the Old City, I decided to get drafted into the army. And I was a soldier, a helper of the rabbi of the Chativat Tzanchanim, the paratroopers. And in the end, towards the end of the service, I decided that I'm going to join to become an army officer, a rabbi. And today I'm actually now the rabbi of Bach Tzanchanim, the paratroopers headquarters, where they become to train how to become a soldier, the paratrooper soldier. And today, now I'm the rabbi from starting of the Chagin. I started to become a rabbi there about a month and a half. And that's what it is until now.
So for us Americans, at least myself, that don't have experience with the army, what is exactly the job of a rabbi for the paratroopers? What's there to do?
Exactly. So we're in charge from A to Z to help them make sure the religion in the army goes well. And that means that we give them classes, shiurei Torah. They have once a month. Once every month they have a shiurei Torah. We have to deal with kashrut. And that's what we deal with in the normal days. And lo aleinu, in the milchama, in the time of the war, we're like the zaka of the army. So we have to deal with the dead people. So I'm a Kohen actually. So I still this whole time of the war I didn't deal with the dead, but actually had to deal with all the logistic stuff. If it's to give them tzitzis and to give them grape juice, sidurim, havdalah kits, tefillin kits, and different to build an eruv in different areas where we had to build.
Wow. Shrechem, Hashem should protect all of you and all of Am Yisrael. So can you give us some updates of what's going on now in Eretz HaKodesh in Israel with the war?
Yeah, so it all happens in Simcha's Torah. I actually was closing in base. I actually was in the base, and we had a couple of units in our base. And I wake up in the morning, and I actually go to the shul in the base, and I see that the soldiers are not there. You know, we told them at 8 o'clock in the morning we're going to start a minyan, and actually no one was in shul. So I started going to the unit wherever they're sitting there in the base, and actually see the commanders and the headquarters of that unit. They started telling me, listen, there's all kinds of stuff going on. Actually, as us, we're rabbis, we have phones on Shabbos in our pockets, but we don't, it's just like a walkie-talkie. And actually, I get to that group, and then the commander started explaining to me that there's things going on, and we don't really know exactly what's going on, but there's a lot of all kinds of Arabs and mechablim wandering around in Israel. They passed the headquarters, and actually those soldiers had to start organizing all the stuff and getting prepared for war. And they started asking me different questions, halacha questions, if it's okay that we could start getting our bags ready, all kinds of stuff that are muktzeh, and all those stuff. And actually, of course, I said, of course, 100% you guys can do whatever is needed to do. And then from there, basically, they brought a lot of the units back from home, from Simcha's Torah to the base, the main head base where we were. And over there, they starting using the base as regular. They started shooting ranging and preparing for war. In our head, the Chativat HaTzamchanim, the paratroopers, I wasn't there, but I was in base. But most of the head commanders and all the soldiers went to the Sderot and Be'eri and all those areas and had to fight and went through all kinds of wars over there and fought and went through houses and buildings. And they also saw different things that are not so simple. To see different bodies all over, and I was actually in the base, and I was phone calling my rabbi, the head rabbi, the Rav Chativat HaTzamchanim, and I was phone calling him and explaining to him where to go, directing him to different areas where they were going to war to start fight.
So that was the horrific massacre that happened that shook every single one of us. What's the progress now that it's basically 30 days, a little bit more since that horrific day?
Yeah, so thank God, there was the army went in. Of course, we had to start first making sure in Eretz Yisrael everything's cleared up, whatever it was, to kill the mechablim or to
Terrorists.
capture them, the terrorists, and to capture them. And now, thank God, everything's cleared in Eretz Yisrael. And now there's soldiers and different units all over that area in Gaza, and they're capturing different areas. And we're hopefully, Bezrat Hashem, everything's going to be okay. And also, the paratroopers are slowly, maturely there in different units in different areas. Um, and that's the plan now. That's what's going on.
So what's the vibes for the different soldiers in the different bases?
So thank God, the vibe is very high. The soldiers are, you could just see them. I close. This is I'm since the Chagim, since the time of the Elul. I was in base, and the guys the morale is high up, and they're amazing. They're just training, and they were busy training this whole time in different areas, and they're preparing for whatever's needed. And they're amazing. These soldiers are amazing. They're together. They're combining together. They're having a big morale, and it's just amazing. They're ready to do whatever is needed to do.
Oh, look, I'll tell you one thing. There was a guy from America who was in Israel. He left Israel, he came back to America, and he tells me that in Israel they're more full force, positive, the whole 9 yards. And in America, he's like, people are much more worried in America. So there's definitely something special, energy and the air in Eretz HaKodesh in the Holy Land. And the question is to you, Rabbi Simcha, is those of us outside of Israel, what can we do to help with this war?
So as you know, the soldiers are working day and night wherever is needed to be. They're working there, and we're actually, when here in Israel, when it's nighttime, so actually the civilians are resting and sleeping, and as we know, the clock in New York or in America in different areas is morning time, and we actually need a lot of chizuk, of a lot of tehillim, and learning together, chavrusa, and remembering the soldiers in the battle and the other people that are dealing with whatever's needed to be dealt with. And Am Yisrael needs everyone to be there together to read Perkei Tehillim and to learn Gemara, Mishnah, whatever's needed in order that the Torah should be strong and Am Yisrael should feel the Torah, and the Chayalim should also feel the Torah, the push of the Torah, that it should be very helpful for us.
100%, and that's how I got to do a Torah talk, a Chazaq Torah talk with Rabbi Simcha. I have a friend from Israel, Rabbi Nir, who reached out saying, "Listen, they reached out to me from the army, and they're saying that the main wartime is middle of the night for Israel, and like Rabbi Simcha, you just said that the civilians are sleeping, so us in America have an opportunity to daven and pray and to learn Torah, which is the main shield, the main protection." That will position take care of our shoulders of our dear chayalim, and it's between. It depends on where you live, but more or less between 5 to 10 p.m. We should be having people reading Tehillim, learning Torah, doing Chesed, Tzedakah, charity is always very important, as we all know, and that's the message that we have from our shoulders, like we heard directly from Reb Simcha. Reb Simcha, we have a minhag, a custom in Chazaq Torah Talks. One final message that you can give over to Klal Yisrael, to all of us.
Yeah. So actually, Klal Yisrael, we know that whatever happened, happened, but we're all going to be strong together, and everyone, we're waiting here for guys from Chutz La'aretz to come here. And actually, we were in the base, and a lot of Americans came, and a lot of donors came to donate meat, and they made barbecues, and they gave us a lot of equipment, whatever's needed for the soldiers, and continue doing what you guys are doing. And it's amazing. And keep on learning for us over there. And we're waiting for the Geulah, for everyone to come to Israel. And we're praying. And we hope you guys also stay safe over there and keep learning and praying for us over here in Israel.
I mean, we will definitely do that, Rabbi Simcha. Chazak Baruch Yishakach for what you're doing. You're on the front lines, and we're over here praying for you. We're going to be learning for you and all of your friends and all the Chaverim, for all of Am Yisrael, for all the Jewish people. You should know that many communities have done it. Our community as well, Chazak, has had collections. We give a lot of stuff to the army. We just had a massive asifa with thousands of people praying and Tehillim and Chizuk. We are constantly having chizuk and events and Tehillim, all the shuls, Avinu Malkei, many things we're doing, and we're going to continue doing more of it with that, ladies and gentlemen. And B'ezrat Hashem, Am Yisrael Chai, we shall only hear B'sarot Tavot, we shall only hear good news. I want to thank you for all that you do, Reb Simcha. Stay strong. And B'ezrat Hashem, we should only hear B'sarot Tavot, only good news.
Amen, amen, amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We kept this Torah talk shorter than usual because Reb Simcha has to go ahead and do what he has to do, as we all understand, in the army. And we want to thank everyone at Chazaq. We want to thank all the podcast players for holding our podcast. Torah Anytime, daily giving, $1 a day goes a very, very far way. And every single Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Chazaq Torah Talks with special guests. Chazaq.org/live. For watching, please spread the word to all your family, friends, and neighbors. And we shall only hear B'sarot Tavot.